Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video we are going to make a crab rangoon pasta bake. Back in my pre-keto days, one of the things I loved the most at Chinese restaurants, or Americanized Chinese restaurants, is crab meat rangoon. Unfortunately, I don't know that there's a whole lot of crab meat in any of these that I've ever had. Usually it's more like just some garlicky cream cheese in a wonton wrapper. What we're going to do though is some real crab meat rangoon. And because we're using real lump crab meat and some low-carb lupini pasta, this is going to be a slightly pricier recipe than some of my others. Still cheaper than McDonald's and a lot better tasting. I'll start with one 8-ounce package of cream cheese, that's 225 grams. We want this to be room temperature or softer, so if it isn't, you can just pop it into the microwave for 30 seconds. Next, I will add 1/2 cup or 225 grams of sour cream. If you're interested in this variable measuring cup, I'll include a link to it down in the description below. Then 1 tablespoon or 15 ml of sriracha, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce or coconut aminos, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and then mix this together. We don't have to be super thorough as we are going to be adding some more ingredients in a moment, starting with 2 green onions, finely sliced. And then the star of our show, the crab meat. I'm going to be using 8 ounces of lump crab meat, that's 225 grams. Then I have 1 cup of mozzarella. I'm going to use half of it, or 45 grams, right now, and mix that in. Once this is thoroughly mixed, I'm going to start up my pasta. I'm using the AV8 lupini pasta. I really love this stuff. I'm going to use 1 full package, that's 4 servings or 225 grams. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and then cook this to just past al dente. That'll take about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to drain this, rinse off that excess lupini foam, give it a good shake to get the water out, and then add to my crab rangoon. You want to gently fold this in because we don't want to break up that pasta. So just scoop down below, lift it up, fold it over. Once thoroughly combined, we're going to put this into a baking pan. I'm using a 3-liter or 3-quart baking pan. You could also use a 9 by 9 inch pan if you want some thicker slices. I'll spread this around, getting it as even as possible. And then sprinkle on the other 1/2 cup of my mozzarella. Finally, I'm going to add some pork rind panko, just ground up pork rinds. I'm going to use about 1/4 cup or 30 grams. This will help put a nice crust on top of our bake. And then I will pop this into an oven at 350 degrees or 175 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes. And here it is. Look at that golden crust on top. I'm going to set this onto a pad and let this cool for about 5 minutes before I plate it up. That way it slices a lot easier and I don't totally burn my mouth. Second one always comes out a lot cleaner than the first one. And since I'm touching it, this one will be mine. Look at the texture on this. Crispy on the top, creamy inside. You see that flaky crab meat and pasta. So good. It just tastes like happiness. If you love crab meat rangoon, you gotta make this.
I'm a little messy because I just had grass cut.
So did I get the garlic right this time?
Yeah, garlic more. You put a little more in there, and the crisp. I like on the crisp. This crust is perfect there. Thanks. very good. Yeah, Courtney will love it.
For this recipe, I really kind of wrestled with what should be the appropriate serving size. I have made this in a 9-inch pan, and that yields 4 servings, and found myself fairly full after eating a serving. When I made it in this video, I made it in a 3-liter pan and had 6 servings, and found myself hungry for about a serving and a half. So I think it largely depends on whether you're going to have this dish with some sort of a side or salad or something like that. I decided that I would go for 6 servings in terms of calculating the macros. Now, in terms of the macros, if you are using the lupini pasta, you are going to have some relatively high total carbohydrates at 20 grams per serving. However, so much of that is fiber, it takes you down to 7 grams per serving net. But here's the thing, you can use whatever pasta you want. If you're not keto, go ahead and use regular pasta. Or you could use shirataki noodles, or whatever you want. In fact, you could even skip the pasta altogether and just make this into a dip. And if you do, you're looking at 5 grams of carbs total per serving. Then just scoop it up with some pork rinds or your favorite keto cracker. In fact, I'll include a link to my favorite keto cracker in the end card. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap that subscribe button, then hit the bell to turn on all notifications. And if you really enjoyed this video, hit that thanks button so I can buy some more crab meat or lupini pasta. And like I said, over here I'm going to throw a couple of recipes. I'll throw one for my favorite keto cracker and something else you can do with your crab meat. Thanks for watching.